There she blows. 12-ton hydraulic jack. Whoop! I gotta space this up. What a beautiful hot day it's been. We were supposed to go work on the roof. Instead, my man is weeding, and the CCW is dealing with terrible tenants. They want to rent an apartment. They don't want to rent an apartment. What a waste of time that was. Now I need something that's as bigger than that. Like a piece of pipe. They make special tools to use. Snap on there with a rubber O-ring. Thin-walled to press stuff in, but I just use sockets and the odd piece of pipe, which I have somewhere. Where the heck are my pieces of pipe? Junk. 200 4R transmission from an 87 Electra 225 station wagon. That's been sitting there for 15 years. Not getting any younger, is it? Had 150,000 on it. Somewhere I have piles of junk. Yep. Good man. Good paint job. I gotta look around. Literally dig through. They'll figure it out. Remember the Subaru that Pisser painted? There's a trailer hitch I was going to put on it. Decided to get a BMW instead. I'm slow. There's what I need to press through. Big chunk. Well, that was easy. I just thought of it on a whim. I just wondered what would happen if I just hammered it through. I was trying to see if I could use the existing hole in these support plates, but all I did was hammer it through. It just slides right through, just like this. Yep, that's all it takes. There we go. Wow. Done. Put the serrated steel sleeve in. Zoop. Supposedly the hard part is putting them back on the vehicle. They came off pretty easy. Everybody has a different method for doing it. Take off the inner bracket, leave the inner bracket on. Everybody has a different way of doing it. Jury-rigged. Nothing here is fancy, that's for sure. Nothing here is fancy. Nothing here. Where am I? There. Just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll put my leg up on. Hold this in place. There we go. I think I need to press that through. She's getting a little tight in the middle. Well, I'll press her through. There, just stack them all up. Press it through till it hits the other side. Yep, that's it. Now I'm going to ease this up while I got my hand on the bar. Let's get it on the toe again. There. And that is all done. Just have to put it back on the vehicle now. Should I paint it? Nah. Should I have changed that one? Yeah. Too late. Should have removed these before I ordered the parts. That would have been the smart thing to do. I don't think I have these bushings. Doubt it. Okay. Time to crawl underneath on my back. Time to crawl underneath. I got my two special washers in. Special retaining washers. They're weird looking washers. Leave it to GM. And I've tightened it. I think the instructions say, I'm going to review the instructions, but they say to leave it so it can rotate, which I've done. The nylon doesn't bend like the rubber, so tighten it just enough. I'm going to crawl underneath now, and according to the instructions and what I read on the internet, this is where the fun begins. Some guys jack up the suspension and put it on from that side first, and some guys do it from this side first. Some guys take the bracket and bolt it onto the differential. I don't know. I'm going to turn this camera off so you can't hear me cursing. Call it a stabberneck. Cursing aside, I jacked up, put the emergency brake on, which works well even though I have 4 clips holding the 2 cables together. Somebody made a nasty comment, blah 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 blah. Anyhow, emergency brake is on. I jacked up the brake drum till the suspension was lifted pretty much all the way up. I was able to hammer in the strut arm, and I kept having to retrieve those special washers. So now I've got my drift on one side, and one side is as good as in. See? But the other side is as good as completely non-aligned. It's got to be rotated that way, because I can see the hole there. And they recommend a pipe wrench, but I don't want to put scratches in my nice control arms. So I think what I'm going to do is, you can't raise the bridge lower the river. I'm going to jack up. The cup on this is very flat, so I'm going to jack up the suspension. And hopefully the suspension will rotate and the arm won't. And with my lamp that keeps flailing, no idea how I'm lined up there or not lined up. Yeah, there's the beginning of the bolt hole. I'll just keep on jacking this up. See what happens. Yep, getting some more. Cool beans. Too bad I got no hole here to hang it from, huh? Maybe you gotta wrap it over. Can't believe I have an automatic Corvair. Whoa! What great shape this thing was in. No, look at that. Got half a hole. Greek, grown, got 3/4 of a hole. Pipe wrench. Checking for tension. Things go flying around here. I'll be a shish kebab. Amazing that bolt's not rusty, huh? Pity the poor people that work on rusted Corvairs. I'll hammer that in and wreck the threads. Alrighty, give me a couple minutes. We'll get her done. Alrighty. I lowered the jack and I put the steel from the arm on the edge of the jack, which is kind of deadly, but now I got some space for the control arm, for the strut arm, to move a little bit, and that was a good idea. Here's my rust-free, maybe original camber bolt, ready to be inserted. Just, whee, there goes the drift. Look at that. Should put some fluid film on it. Pretty close. Yeah, more fluid film. The fluid film is right there. I can reach it. One day I'll have a hoist. I think I'll live long enough to enjoy my hoist that I keep putting off. Next year, next year, next year. Oh, got it. What a stretch. fluid film. Here, I'll do some brand recognition. There we go. Mmm, smells minty fresh. Mrs. CW bought some hand soap, shower soap at the dollar store. And the bars are half the size. It's kind of cute. They're almost like hotel bars. We went to a hotel and they give you this pretty normal sized bar of soap. And I'm thinking, you use it 3 times and you throw it in the garbage. What a waste. It's going to be rough on the threads. I'll try to jack it up a little bit. There. Lying here on my side. My body is better. I was at the mall the other day in Walmart waiting for Mrs. CW. This wasn't so bad, and I wasn't. One person job. I was waiting for Mrs. CW, and I was observing the people that were parking in the handicapped parking spots with handicap tags. And there were a lot of them. Now you know where this is going to go, huh? Is it somebody they're borrowing? Are they handicapped but you don't see it? The 12 or so people that I saw that day, and the few I've seen since, most of them have at most a limp. At most. Now you could beat up on people that are overweight and tell them lose some weight and you won't need a handicap sticker. But what about the people that abuse it totally? That have no handicap except that they're lazy. And they're getting away with somebody else's tag or a tag that applied when they were genuinely handicapped. Because I was sure handicapped 2 days ago. And I needed a sticker. And today I'm better. Here's was the suspension. Fluid film it. Cool beans, huh? Just gotta find my mark. Put the nut on the other side. Hopefully I didn't mangle. Lock washer. Still seems pretty good. Whoops. Wrong order. Special washer. Yeah, if I can only see the flat's that position. Alrighty, I'll get this done. You know it.